Alrighty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, what time is it? Do I early? That's 10 a.m. Alrighty. Here's what I got going on. Last night, or yesterday, I went up Grace Peak, 14,200 some change elevation. I got up there to the top, and then from there to Edwards Summit, Mount Edwards Summit, I believe it is. It's like a 3 or 4 mile section there, up in the 13,800 to 14,000 range. And the trail, there was a trail, a few spots. Ooh, I just climbed up a big hill. So there was a trail at a few spots, and other spots it was just a bunch of loose rocks, piles of loose rocks. And so you're walking on these loose rocks, slipping, sliding. You're almost 14,000 foot in elevation, and yeah, I just was not feeling really up to that part of the trail. I know probably hundreds of hikers have gone through that. I got about a half mile, maybe a mile into it, and I was just like, man, I'm done. I ain't doing this. I'm turning around. So I turned around, went back to Grace Peak, and up on Grace Peak, I was reading some comments on my map. There was like 2 or 3 comments from last year that said that section is pretty spicy. It's pretty sketchy. So anyway, I went 4 miles backtrack down to the trailhead, and because on the trail there's a trailhead that was like 10 miles up the trail. So I'm thinking if I can get to that trailhead, I'll just skip the 10 miles of CDT. We're all good to go. So I got back down to the trailhead. I didn't see any maps posted anywhere. I had no cell service. I was kind of like, just okay. I asked a couple people I thought were locals about the trailhead I was trying to get to, how to get to it, what roads I needed to take or whatnot, and nobody had a clue. So I'm like, all right. Well, that morning I was like on a blacktop bike trail right next to the interstate right over here. But I was way back trail, and there was like a gravel parking lot, and I had an excellent phone service. So I'm like, all right, that's gonna be a long ramble. So I'm like, all right. So then I backtracked another 3 miles down this dirt road that I hiked that morning to get to this gravel parking lot. So now I backtracked like 7 miles, something like that. So anyway, I got down to the parking lot, had awesome cell service. So I'm pulling up my maps. I'm Googling this trailhead. It tells me this trailhead's like 33, 34 miles on some back dirt roads, windy, twisty, turny. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was trying to get to wherever I had to go. That way this morning I could be just ready to go. New day, right on trail, ready to rock. So I'm like, okay. Well, there's a CDT alternate route that goes to Silverthoren. I'm pronouncing it wrong, make fun of me, and so I'm like, okay. Well, that town was 15 miles up the interstate. So I'm like, okay, and it's 8 o'clock at night now, it's dark. So I'm like, okay, so I could go to this trailhead I want to go to, 34 mile dirt road walk, or I could 15 miles up the interstate to this town and then catch the CDT alternate that'll take me to Copper Mountain Resort, which is up the trail. So I'm like, okay, now 8 o'clock at night, I'm on some back gravel road. What are the chances of me getting an Uber? So I tried Uber, sure enough, I got an Uber. So long story short, I got into town last night, and now I'm on the CDT alternate route. I'm leaving town. Let me flip you. Climbing up this hill. Yeah, it's not the route that I'd like to take. I sun beating down on you walking next to blacktop. I don't know how much of blacktop I got. I don't know if it goes into a bike trail. I have no idea. But not the route that I really want to take. I'd rather be out on the red line, up in the trees and all that, but it is what it is. I'm trying to, I want to enjoy this trail, Colorado. I'm getting into sections now. Here once I get to Copper Mountain, I've done all this. From Copper Mountain all the way to Mexico, I've done all that. But still just out here trying to enjoy it, but at the same time trying to keep my feet moving forward. So yeah, my map, it looks like it's about 23 miles to Copper Mountain Resort. So I don't know if we'll get there today or tomorrow. But all in all, I'm doing good. Just not the route that I was really planning on taking, but Yeah. All right, Jimmy jamming, rocking and rolling. Alrighty, taking a break. We're at 11.4 elevation and some change. Less than a mile will be 11.9. So this alternate is not flat. We got off the blacktop after about a mile on the blacktop. Followed this really nice trail. It's a beautiful trail. Well maintenance. Plenty of water crossings. Yeah, there was a waterfall. I kind of got off trail at the waterfall, but once I got back on trail, it's just a gorgeous trail. But yeah, just trucking along. Had a few sprinkles, a few people on the trail, but yeah, this trail is gorgeous, man. I mean, it is just gorgeous. If anybody watches this and they're on the CDT, man, I'd take the this alternate. It's a beautiful section. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing good. Just gonna take me a little break, and looks like we're about 15 miles from Copper Mountain, so I don't know. Might roll in there in the morning to see. But yeah, after we get up here on this pass, I think a lot of it's downhill, but yeah, alright. I'll let you later. Alright, 11,900 elevation. Let me flip ya. There's the trail. Alright, Jimmy jamming, rocking and rolling. Hey, alrighty. Yeah, not where I wanted to be, but we're moving. We're heading south slowly. Man, that trail, that alternate trail I was on today, man, it was a gorgeous trail. I mean, it really was just a plain and simple gorgeous trail. The like first 15 miles or so. I got down to a trail junction about 15 miles. I mean, I don't even know where I started on the elevation, but at break time, I mean, I went up to 11.9, then I dropped down to 10, and I was on my way to go back up to like 12,000. And I got down to a trail junction down by the river, and the trail just kind of disappeared. It was a bunch of bushwhacking. So across the river, because I was supposed to cross the river, and I'm kind of just stumbling around like a drunk, walking on tree branches and stepping over down trees and just trying to find the trail. I was following path. It was either another person's path, it could have been Bigfoot's path, it could have been an animal path. I don't know. I was trying to follow this and that and stepping over trees and stumbling around and whatnot. And then I ended up coming across a bow hunter. I found a guy out hunting elk, and yeah, kind of surprised me when I seen him in the woods as I was stumbling around trying to follow this trail. Um, so we talked for a few minutes, and yeah, he was out hunting elk. He's gonna be out for a few days. So after I talked to him, I ended up going back across the river because down at the trail junction there was a really nice groomed trail like I had been on all day. That went east. I believe it went east. I wasn't sure where it was going to go, but it was following the river and it was heading east. So I was like, all right, we're just going to follow this nice river. I'm not going to stumble around in the woods, and yeah, who knows what's out there in the woods. So I followed the road, followed the trail all the way to a trailhead because obviously it's a well-groomed trail. And it's along the river. It's gonna lead you somewhere. So I ended up getting to the trailhead, and then from the trailhead I followed the road down, and now I'm in Frisco. So yeah, so yeah, we'll be in Copper Mountain tomorrow. So let me flip you for a minute. Got a little couch, a little kitchen. So yeah, this is only $100 a night here, so it wasn't bad, but wasn't my plan, but it is what it is. I'm slowly going south. I don't know. I'm kind of on vacation, I guess, tourist. So, but yeah, it was a gorgeous trail, plenty of water, ponds and lakes, whatever you want to call them, and it was just, I got down there, man, it was just like, I don't know how much of that trail was bushwhacking, but after I found that elk hunter out hunting elk, I was kind of like, all right, well, we're going to go take this other route. So, but yeah, it's kind of one of those deals where the end of the trail is down at Copper Mountain. Been, maybe not obviously this year, but maybe get on the trail at Copper Mountain and see how far it goes before you're running into that bushwhacking crap. But anyway, so just Jimmy jamming, rock and roll. We will be in Copper Mountain tomorrow, and we'll jam on down the trail south. So, all right, holler at you later.